What's up, you guys? Chet-Guthrie with DPM Gaming here, coming to you all with another fun-filled TCG-related video. And anyway, you guys, if you all saw the last video, I showed off a bulk of my collection, and I figured, you know what? Let's take a look at the other stuff. I felt like I had to break it down into two videos, just because I've got a lot of stuff, and also, if you keep up with my third channel and my flagship channel, you'll see that I'm in the beginning of haunt season. If y'all like Halloween related stuff or ghost stories or just season related festivities, make sure to give my both those channels a good like and subscribe. I think if y'all like the spooky kind of stuff, I think you all will like my channel. But anyway, guys, let's get to taking a look at the other half of my collection. And first off, we've got a Mew. This Mew, of course, came from the the Southern Islands. It is practically near mint, although I'd probably say it's more light play. I mean, there's not really that many scratches, but I don't really know if there's like a bad crease there. I mean, it's not, but I guess really I just have to send it off to get it graded. That's what I might end up having to do. And on to the next one. If y'all saw my top 10 most expensive cards in my collection, this one will come up nearly every time. This is a Shining Kabutops. As you all know, I've been trying to complete the Shining series through the Neo set, or the Neo series. The only ones that I really lack is Shining Tyranitar and Shining Charizard. Shining Charizard, I feel like I might never get, but you can always hope. I mean, that's it for like no joke. The other I was on vacation with my family up in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and I saw one that was a PSA grade 5 that was still going for $875. If that tells you anything. And well, here is my Obelisk the Tormentor. This is a Shonen Jump, or this is the Shonen Jump exclusive. Funny thing is, I got this card specifically, that's why I got my my Shonen Jump subscription, was to get this card. And I'll say that's kind of the beginning of me really getting into manga. Was through that, so you can thank that Obelisk the Tormentor in that ad so many years ago. And also, if you all remember this one, I pulled this last year, and I call it the God Box. But I pulled this. I pulled all three alt arts of the Blastoise or Squirtle line, like simultaneously. That was kind of weird, but I did do that. It is a thing, and it did happen. Then I pulled this Charizard. I sold the Blastoise, which I shouldn't have done, but I was broke at the time. I was kind of hard on funds, but anyway, I'm glad I have kept this Charizard, and it is, to this day, it is still the chase card in 151. Now we got some more Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. This is my Black Skull Dragon. Now, it obviously is not... obviously, it is non-first edition, but the reason why I bought this was because I had one of these when I was a kid, and I also had the 10 version too. But, sadly, me not knowing... Well, me probably just being a kid at the time... both the 10 Black Skull Dragon and the Black Skull Dragon I pulled from the 10 would say they both got pretty badly destroyed. But anyway, a couple of years later, that's why I bought this Black Skull Dragon. An original Metal Raiders. And this card used to be expensive back when 2020 happened. This card shot up to like $200 something in value. And last I checked on TCG Player, it was estimated at around $95. So it's still expensive, but it's not as expensive as it once was. Okay, now we're getting into the fun stuff. Now right here, I've got a first edition for Alligator, and I bought this from McKay's, my local used bookstore. Somebody had brought it in, and I'd say it's probably light play, maybe barely on the cusp of moderate, but I kind of doubt that. Okay. And interestingly enough, this one right here, this Blastoise I bought from my friend Matt from Blasted Machines Tech Shop. And this one originally I only paid $28 for. But after the whole thing with the the pandemic, everybody just staying inside, this thing shot up to about $128 in value, and it's still right around that. It's crazy how things work like that. And this one is another one of those cards that I was in the right place at the right time. Again, it came from McKay's, and it's around light play. And from what I understand, no matter, like, since this card came out, the original Moonbryon or Umbreon, this one is still expensive. Like, it always has been expensive, even when Pokemon really wasn't doing all that well. And now, this one, my Shining Mewtwo. As I said, I have a lot of the Shining series. I just don't have Tyranitar or Charizard. And now this one, with the exception of maybe a couple of a little bit of whitening at the top, this I've had since I was in the 5th grade when I first pulled it. You see, kids, it's always important to hold on to the stuff, because one day it might be expensive. And this one, I don't know if you can see like the bend. That happened with my sister and her friends a while back. But I still have my Shining Celebi, and even though it's got like a dent like that, or actually 2, it still sells for about $140. So, I mean, again, hold on to your stuff. You never know if it might be valuable one day. And this one, I just like the artwork of the Mew. I mean, I know that there's another one, the original, but this one, I just like the artwork in it. I guess maybe that's why I've held on to it for so long. It's only worth like $15. And Dark Ampharos. And this one, again, I've had since I was in the 5th grade. I've held on to it, thankfully. I lost it at one point, but I found it in my family's attic. And anyway, the other one I actually lost in an eBay issue. So I still have my Dark Ampharos. It's just like, don't trust eBay. Well, sometimes. I mean, eBay is a very reliable marketplace. You just gotta make sure that your stuff is tracked and people get their money. And let me see. Oh yes, this is the first Charizard that I ever owned. Now it is a little bit worn. It's got a couple of marks here and there, but other than that, I'm glad I've had it this long, and I haven't gotten rid of it. And this one, as you can tell, this one is not it's not holographic. This one came from the starter deck way back when, and from the because it's got the legendary mark. But even then, like back when I was a kid, you could get one of these for I think $5-10. Like, it wasn't expensive, but now if you look at like TCG Player, this is still an $80 card. And now on to another Charizard. And don't worry, you might see like a very high price. Well, okay, I'll just be point blank. I did pay that for at the time. And right now on TCG Player, for a mint Charizard base set, it's like $364. So the value has gone down. But one of these days, I would like to get it PSA graded. I feel like if I did, it would probably be a 9 or 10. Like, it's that nice. So maybe I did come out pretty well on that. And here's the other Charizard that I have that's holographic from the Legendary Collection. As you can see, it's kind of off-centered a little bit. But again, at the time I only paid like $100 for it. Then it shot up to like $200. And this one I bought on my birthday a couple of years back. And it's the base set 2 version. As y'all can tell, I like my Charizards. And luckily I've had I have like every single Charizard that is in this particular artwork, except for maybe the newer stuff. But this right here, this is a Shadowless. And luckily, again, I bought it from my friend Matt from Blasted Machines Tech Shop. Interestingly enough, the guy who originally had this, he took it down to a gaming store in Chattanooga, Tennessee. They just wanted to give him bulk for it, mostly because it's got some damage on the edge. I think it would still get maybe like a PSA 3, maybe PSA 2. I mean, it will get heavily play. But I'm probably going to send this in to Beckett, probably here not too long from now. And anyway, the value on that, even for a Shadowless, it's still $400 or $500 for one that's heavy played and damaged. And that's the most expensive card I own. I'll show you all that in a minute. And this right here, this is the 25th anniversary edition of Dark Magician. I tried my best to pull it from Battle of Chaos, but I had no luck. I mean, I knew people that were pulling these things left and right, but every single time I bought a box, I could not get one of these. In present day, I think this one is still like $80 to $90. And here's my Winged Dragon of Ra from Dawn of the Duel. I think it is Dawn of Destiny, Dawn of the Duel. I think it was the Xbox game or something like that. Anyway, this, for a long time, this was the only one I did not have that was like this particular secret rare kind of firework display or prismatic rare that, you know, has like this card cannot be used in a duel. You know, not like the Japanese English. And here we've got a Venusaur. Funny thing is, I picked this up for like $15 a long time ago, but when the pandemic happened, even today this thing is still a $60 card. And now this one was an interesting one. I remember it was the summer of 2015. I had just gotten myself a job, and the World Super, I think it was like World Superstar or something like that. They had just come out onto Walmart shelves, and me, who was just trying to find something to do because I was too tired to do stuff in the day on my days off, I went to Walmart and I bought just about every single one of these. And well, lo and behold, I pulled the Legendary Dragon of White. And since you've all seen that, I'll show you all the most expensive card that I have. It is this card right here. Yeah, it is a Legendary Collection Reverse Rare Charizard. And these things are very hard to come across. They are very rare. Even in my situation, when I first got this, what had happened is my friend Matt told me about it. I asked him if I could do a payment plan. This was back when this thing was only $400. And well, I'll just say I'm very fortunate that to this day, I still have it. And you know, whenever I send off my cards, this is going to be one of the first 5 that I send off, because this one I just don't feel even comfortable with it being in one of these things. But yeah, it's my collection. And well, interestingly enough, since we're talking about Charizards, the other night, my friend my friend Ian was interested in having in getting a base set Charizard. He saw that I was contemplating on selling one of them, one of my base sets. And anyway, he's like, I'll trade you. And as he's showing me everything he's got, I pulled all 7 of my Charizards out. And he was like, oh my god, what, you have 7 of them. I was like, yes I do, Ian. Yes I do. I mean, I don't mean to be like arrogant, or I hope I don't sound like I'm showboating too much. It's just like I worked really hard to get this collection of Charizards. But anyway, guys, that's going to be another video for another day. Probably next week we'll go back to doing usual videos. I just wanted to show off some of my collection. But anyway, guys, remember, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Always means a lot. Goes to show that y'all care. I want to see more awesome TCG related videos. So without further ado, you guys, this video is over. See y'all in the next one.